the beginning of our efforts in 2008 to help businesses successfully use social media, we've used Mayberry as a perfect metaphor for the new small-town economy. Welcome to Monetizing Mayberry. I'm Mark Bortz, the founder of Mayberry, and this is Matt Cost, our digital marketing director. Digital marketing is much like Mayberry. Instead of pushing out a brand message through broadcast media, businesses pull customers in by building relationships and inspiring brand advocates.
We've developed this series entitled Monetizing Mayberry to walk you through the steps to leveraging the digital marketing platforms and grow your business. Our ultimate goal is to see your organization profit from using social media.
These 10 chapters build upon each other to prepare you for realizing real results on the path to success with digital marketing. If you're joining us for the first time, we encourage you to start from Chapter 1. We hope you enjoy. We've been laying the framework for understanding what your business should be doing in the social networks and why you should be doing it. Today, we'll go through this chapter entitled Mayberry's Incredible Medicine Man. Now, in this chapter, we'll address one of the fundamental principles behind this cultural shift from traditional push marketing to pull marketing through social media. We believe this lesson will absolutely help you understand how to best communicate to your customers and your prospects in the digital networks. So Matt, I'm intrigued with this one. I don't really remember an incredible medicine man on the Andy Griffith Show coming to Mayberry.
Well, Mark, you obviously missed episode 24 on season 3 where Colonel Harvey comes to town. Colonel Harvey, as it turns out, was a snake oil salesman. He was pitching his magic elixir, which he said revitalized the mind and renewed the spirit. Well, Andy obviously didn't buy in, but Aunt Bee, she bought in hook, line, and sinker, and then told all her friends about it. Well, the magic elixir, as it turns out, was 170 proof liquor, and Aunt Bee and all her friends ended up a little tipsy, and Colonel Harvey ended up in jail.
So what's the takeaway from that story for businesses?
I'm glad you asked, Mark. Here it is, business people. You are just as incredible as Mayberry's medicine man. You are literally incredible. You're not credible. When it comes to providing information about your product or service to your audience, most customers don't believe you. You probably already know this to be true, right? You've experienced it in the past. Well, Forrester Research put the data behind it. They surveyed 58,000 people and found that only 10% of them trusted brand advertising. On the other hand, 79% of consumers trust brand recommendations from their friends. Another survey from Lab 42 found that 76% of people think that businesses exaggerate to some degree in their ads.
So, do these numbers surprise you?
No, not at all, Mark. I know this to be true because I've seen it play out in the social networks time and time again. A brand could talk about itself all day and get very little response on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. But when an individual asks for product advice among their network connections and they gather input from friends, you often see that person come back to the network and post about their purchase. I recently had a friend whose air conditioner went out. She put a post on it on Facebook, and I responded with the phone number of one of my friends who repairs air conditioners. It just so happened to be one of the hottest days of the year, and she already had another service call scheduled. Well, when I gave her my recommendation, she called the other service and canceled the call so that she could have my friend come and repair her air conditioning. The value of my recommendation was more valuable to her than the endorsement of a business. So we're getting it, right? People don't trust advertising. They want to hear what their friends have to say. But you still see it everywhere, don't you, Mark?
I do. I see it all the time.
So what do you think businesses should be saying in the social networks? It's obvious to me so far that in order to get people to hear your message, you need one of two things: trust or recommendations from others. Of course, that's like saying we need world peace. How do we get it? The question is, how do businesses go about getting brand recommendations and the trust of our audience? The answer goes back to the purpose concept we've been laying out through this whole series. Why does your business do what it does, and why does it sell what it sells? Red Bull, Tom's, Dave Ramsey. We've already shown how these brands effectively communicate why they do what they do. You have to convince your audience that you're not offering your product or service to them simply to make a profit. You sell what you sell to help accomplish your purpose.
Right. So people will definitely believe you when you tell them that you don't want to make money, you just want to help. It sounds like the government. We already established that people don't believe what businesses are saying, so let's talk about a business, how a business could get a consumer to believe that it sells a product or a service to accomplish some good and not to make a profit.
Here's the first thing I would do. Something that accomplishes my purpose but doesn't generate me a direct profit. So if I'm a plumber selling water heaters, helping people stay safe and comfortable at home and at work, I would do something that helps people stay safe and comfortable. The easiest and most obvious place to start is usually some form of education. Education is easy to give away, especially in the social networks. So if you're a plumber, write a blog about how to find and fix hidden leaks. Tell people how to save money on their water bills. Teach a class on clean drinking water or hot water safety for kids. If you've been in business for any significant amount of time, you know more about your industry than virtually anyone. You've got a wealth of knowledge that your community would value. By giving away as much of it as you can, you'll not only build trust, but you'll become the expert in your industry and the person your community goes to for information on your particular topic. If your information is relevant, valuable, and free, your community will be much more likely to share it with their networks, to their friends. Having someone else share your information is a huge win. It expands your reach and provides an unsolicited endorsement to everyone connected with the person who shared it. Giving away information also proves to your audience that you're willing to be transparent. If you're not giving away information, your audience can assume one of two things. Either A, you don't know that much about your industry and you don't have anything to give, or B, you're not willing to give away information because you have something to hide. Even if neither of those assumptions is true, if you aren't communicating with your audience, people will be left to speculate and will often draw the wrong conclusions. Mark, did you know that McDonald's actually gave away the recipe for the Big Mac special sauce?
No way.
It's true. In the spirit of transparency, McDonald's posted the recipe right there on their website.
So, have you made your own Big Mac sauce at home yet?
No, not yet.
Oh. Well, let's continue on with this idea of doing something that helps accomplish your business's purpose, but doesn't directly generate a profit. I think partnering with a community group or a nonprofit is a great way to kill two birds with one stone. You can accomplish some good in your community and build trust among those in the community. Notice, I use the word partner and not just give or volunteer. Giving and volunteering provide some value, but partnering maximizes the value for both you and your community. Partnering involves aligning yourself or your business with another organization which shares your business's purpose. If you're a plumber whose mission is to help people stay safe and comfortable in their homes, Partner with an organization that builds wells or provides clean drinking water to those who need it overseas. If you're a roofing contractor, partner with an organization that helps put roofs over people's heads. And if you're a dentist, partner with an organization that provides basic health and hygiene to those without the resources. Partnering with another organization will not only establish you as a giver in the community and someone to be trusted, but it will cause the community to associate with your purpose and not your pricing structure. Now, when the people of the community think of your business, they'll think of you as an organization trying to do good and to solve problems and to meet needs. Then when you say that you're selling water heaters to help people stay safe and comfortable, people really will believe you.
That sounds expensive, Mark. How much money do I have to give away to consider it partnering?
Absolutely none. Actually, partnering doesn't always mean giving money away. Businesses could give time or information or even advocacy. Partnering with a community organization could mean being an advocate and spreading the word and encouraging others to get involved.
And you know, Mark, I think most businesses are already involved in doing good for their communities. They just haven't leveraged their community involvement as well as they could through social media. The real world partnership needs to be reflected in the digital world. Businesses should be interacting with the people and groups they support and drawing attention to them and their work. More often than not, community groups will respond and return the favor by bringing attention to the efforts of the business.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're telling me it's better to be an integral part of the community than a traveling snake oil salesman.
Exactly. You're starting to get it, Mark. In order to get anyone in your audience to listen and respond to your business's communication, you must either gain their trust or have another trusted source share your message for you. And in order to gain your audience's trust, you must prove to them that you have their best interest in mind and not your own. And how do we do that, Mark?
Give away everything we can, and then give some more, and then continue giving, and then sell whatever's left. By giving away our wealth of knowledge, we provide valuable, shareable information for our customers and prospects, and we establish ourselves as the expert source in our industry. We also build trust by putting the customer first, providing valuable, free resources, and proving we have nothing to hide.
Thank you for tuning in to Monetizing Mayberry. We hope you're not only learning what digital marketing is, but how it can benefit your business's bottom line. Over the next several chapters of this series, we'll continue to unpack the principles of Mayberry. These principles will provide you both the education and the application necessary to understand and implement a successful digital communication strategy for your business. A strategy that will help you make money. Both Matt and I will lead you through the matrix of understanding, designing, developing, managing, and implementing. We believe that with the right elements, you will succeed and you'll gain real benefit from your efforts. If you're an owner or a C-level executive, I certainly encourage you to make your way through the entire series. It's critical that you understand and you support those that you have empowered to be social on your behalf.
If you're a marketing administrator, you'll absolutely want to attend every step of the way and be taking notes. We'll be providing you foundational building blocks, strategic concepts, and practical applications in every session. Join us again for the next chapter of Monetizing Mayberry.